In 2010, a guy by the name of Joel Runyon created a website and blog to help people fix their mindset and push their limits to do something impossible. When he talks about this idea, he talks about how the comfort of normal life can become too familiar and safe and even boring. And sometimes all it takes is for us to step out of our comfort zones and do something we wouldn't usually choose to do. And so he created the Impossible List, a set of challenges designed to push his boundaries and includes all sorts of things that he never thought he'd be able to do. This list is filled with things like run a marathon, travel 1 year straight, live without the internet for a month, learn to surf, become fluent in at least 4 languages, start a marketing agency, and so much more. When he completes a challenge, he crosses it off his lists, and he's constantly adding more when he feels it's right. And to top it all off, all of the money he raises from the website goes to charity. This guy is making a massive impact to the people who follow him, all because he dared to believe that nothing is impossible. In Matthew 19, Jesus is talking to a rich young man about the commands he must follow if he wants to live forever. But after Jesus tells him to sell his possessions and give his money to the poor, the man walks away. Jesus then says something strange to his followers. He says it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. But then he clarifies it with, nothing is impossible with God. The point is that in human terms, it's totally impossible for the camel to go through the eye of the needle. It just wouldn't work. But what is impossible in human terms is possible with God. What Jesus is saying to his followers is that if they want to get to heaven, there's no chance of them pulling it off by themselves. But they have every chance in the world if they trust God to do it. And this thinking doesn't just apply to this context. It's a mindset that Christians carry with them always, that even when we're struggling and we can't find a way out, and when we're stuck with deadlines, we don't know all the answers, or maybe when we want to try a new challenge, we know that we can achieve anything we put our minds to when we have God on our side. Because what might seem impossible for us is totally possible with God.